Welcome back to Talking Dirt, and we'd like to welcome Andrew Stuart, who is one of the co-founders of Hocking Stuart, which is the largest real estate firm in Australia. Thank you.
Not quite the biggest, but working that way.
Good, good, good. Right now, you and your partner built your business from one office to how many?
We sold the business a couple of years ago. At that time, we had 43 offices.
Wow.
And the people to whom we've sold have now built it to 50 offices.
Wow.
Principally through Melbourne and some of the regional areas as well.
Yeah. It's fascinating because in Australia, you guys mostly auction properties, isn't that correct?
That's the prize. Yeah, the auction listings we think are the prize. If somebody's going to commit $10,000, $20,000 to advertising, at least you know you've got somebody that actually wants to sell. Mm-hmm. So, and it does give you 4 weeks of exclusive agency, where you've been appointed as the sole exclusive agent. You have control of that listing for that period, and quite often a month or two after that.
Oh, gotcha. So here in the States, we will list a property for a year.
Yeah.
And then we really perceive an auction as a distressed sale.
Yes.
So
Yes, it was that. It was the same back home.
It was.
That was always mortgagee auction, like a fire sale if somebody passed away, executors auctions. But we were finding in the 70s, 80s, before you guys were born probably, that the market really started to heat up, and we'd have really terrific properties that you'd have not 1 or 2 people want to buy, but 5 or 10 people would want to buy it. So we said, why restrict the price? Let's take the price tag off it. Let's put them up for sale like in the auction system. And we used to walk into houses to try and list properties, and we'd say auction. Oh no, I'm not going to do that. And 10 years later, we'd walk in, and there was just, when are we going to auction it?
Wow.
Because it was that was the method that we sold. And for 4 weeks, your house on the market. You have the contracts prepared. They turn up. You do the auction. They sign it. There's no cooling off. That's it. It's done. They pay 10%.
I think it'd be wonderful for sellers here, because they have their property on the market and then they just get a call, we want to show it. They're just kind of hanging out there. This way, somebody knows when the property is going to sell. It's going to sell this Saturday when we have this auction.
But Michelle, there's a precondition that it has to be a high demand property. If you just put up a property where there's 10 of them and they're all much the same, where's the urgency for somebody to come and bid on it? But you pick something that's really hot, and you know a hot property. When you walk in, you say, this is fantastic, this is going to sell, I can sell this to 10 people all over.
Yeah.
That's the one you should auction. Low supply, high demand, it'll work.
And sometimes now we're seeing, actually in certain neighborhoods, multiple offers on properties. So I think under those circumstances, it might be worth giving this auction bit a try.
Yeah, give it a go.
Yeah.
It'd be exciting.
It would.
Let's take a look at Andrew in action as an auctioneer.
Yes, let's do.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If I could please have your attention. My name's Andrew Stuart. If you want the property, you will have to bid for it. Don't miss it. At $1,010,000, at $1,040,000, you know it's worth more than this. 50, at $1,050,000. Are you prepared to miss the property? And 60. Will you make it 70 now? Would you like to round me off at 1.1 perhaps? And at 1.1 now, and maybe 5 more at 1,105,000. And don't miss an opportunity like this. Don't miss it, because it is fabulous real estate. At $1,110,000, at $1,120,000 bid. One more if you like. At $1,121,000, and 2, and 3, and 4. One more for luck. It's still not sold. You still got the opportunity. You're still here. I'm bid $1,141,000. We're selling it. First call. Are you all done? Second call. All silent. No further bidding. Sold. Congratulations to the purchaser.
I love that bit. I think it's excellent. Did it take a lot of practice, a lot of time to learn that?
My first auction was a bit of fun. The auctioneer didn't turn up.
Really?
And I rang him up on the phone. I said, well, you're meant to be here. He said, sorry, I'm stuck in traffic. You've got to do it.
Oh my gosh. Learning
So
on
we
the
did
spot.
it, yeah. I passed it in well.
Good, good.
Didn't sell it well. We sold it straight afterwards. That was okay. But it was probably the best way to do it. Otherwise, it would have had hours and hours and days of butterflies in my stomach.
Right.
But just bang, gee, I've got to do it. So
That's good.
stood up and did it.
I love the way you're engaging with the buyers in the different sectors, calling them in,
Yeah.
calling them out. Let's
Well, it's
go.
different. I mean, every auctioneer, it follows a similar program, a similar pattern, but every auctioneer has their own method of doing things, and some will be quite, I'll use the word arrogant, but that's not probably quite the right word. But I think as an auctioneer, you're still selling, so you have to engage with them. I mean, if you're a salesperson, you've got to engage with your customer, don't you?
Right,
So
absolutely.
that's why it's all a bit light-hearted and not too stressful.
So-
I mean, sorry, Michelle, but the most nervous person in the whole show is the buyer. So
Yes. Oh, that's so right. Good to keep that in mind,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
But you need to encourage those buyers too.
Yeah.
yeah, you got to
A little
encourage
gentle
them.
prodding.
Yeah. Well, they don't want to bid until they have to. So it's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's for another time. But yeah, it's all good fun.
They're
It's still-
holding their carts tight to
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah. When it does, but quite frankly, the initial part of the auction is that's before it's actually for sale. But once you hit a certain price, the owner's reserve price, then that's when the fun can begin, and that's when I think we saw on that where people start getting a bit excited because hey, if they don't bid, they're going to miss it.
Right. It's right there.
Yeah.
So how long are you in town?
For another 2.5 weeks, I think.
Nice. We
Yeah.
have so many Australian visitors.
Yeah.
We just love it.
Rotten with them.
Yes, we are.
I was hoping there weren't going to be too many here.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
I saw one
I
or
have
two.
some at my house.
Have you?
Yes, they're
Are they
showing around.
living in the house or
They
under
are.
under the house?
Under the house.
Oh.
Just kidding. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We
Yeah.
really appreciate it. Have
Thank
a
you.
great time at Cloud 9 today.
Yeah,
That'll
we'll have
be
some.
a blast.
We'll find some fun. Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure you will. We'll be right back with a little more Talking Dirt.